Well, what does everyone else tell you? You know, we're doing the fairy tales, all the princesses this year. We're doing Cinderella, Beauty and the Beast, and Sleeping Beauty. And I don't know, we just wanted to thematically pull all those storylines together because they all have sort of, you know, we all know what the themes are. We all know what they're very well known because of the Disney. They're very Disney-esque, and so they seem like a really good three to sort of put together and sort of, you know, mix up the tropes and sort of mix up the characters and mix up the themes and sort of tell a dark, twisted version of all of these sort of fairy tales that we all know and love. And also at the same time, do them in a way in which maybe we haven't seen yet. You know, like, you know, in Beauty and the Beast, we've never seen a female beast, really. It's always a man. And you know, and what does beauty mean in Beauty and the Beast? It means, you know, finding your inner beauty from inside. But in our case, you know, we have a character who finds her strength. Her beauty is her strength. You know, it's all the metaphor. And how her beauty is defined as her power. And how she becomes a survivor against all these horrible odds. When life hands her a really horrible situation, we sort of watch her stumble. And then we watch her pick herself up and find her strength in her power. And she becomes a warrior and a champion for life. And she sort of, it's beautiful. It's sort of a beautiful story about you know, it's not the Beast we're used to seeing, and so it's more of a, you know, how this young character empowers herself and sort of recognizes those around her to sort of, you know, overcome. You know, it's kind of cool. The writers in the room, I was really hesitant about it, and I have a whole room full of female writers who're like, no, we're doing a female Beast and that's it. I'm like, yeah, but we can't do it, and I kept coming up with all these reasons, and they're like, no, we're doing it, and I was like, okay, we're doing it. And we have this amazing actress over there. She's so good, and she sings. She plays like this young Taylor Swift on the verge of becoming Taylor Swift.
Is that what's in Nashville?
Yeah.
Oh, it's in Nashville.
And this year we learned a lot from last year. We had a really hard time doing these three storylines, and they were all sort of separate. And it was really kind of hard for 1 hour to care about a lot of, you know, it's like you don't get to live with one character for very long. You're jumping around, three storylines, so many characters. It's hard to meet everybody, get to know everyone, and invest. So this year we're doing one family, and all the storylines jut out from that one family. And so you have Natalie, Matt Lauria, and Odette. Annabelle are all brothers and sisters, and Carrie Ann Moss is the matriarch. She's sort of the mother, and she's a little bit of the momager of this young girl, and so she's trying to get her career off the ground, and she's got her first album, and something horrible happens to her, and we sort of, and then we watch how she survives it, and how she overcomes it, and she just may get the guy. If she chooses.
It premieres in the
December 5th.
Because the other one premiered on Halloween. So.
Right.
Closer to
Well,
Halloween.
we got a late start because we had availability issues, and we had to move to Nashville because we were in New York. And,
So it was all shot, based in Nashville, filmed in Nashville, everything.
oh yeah, we're filming right now. And that's, I think, my Matt Lauria is not here. He's filming. He's working today. And we don't have Cinderella. We have Cinderella and Prince Charming that aren't here today. The rest are. We have an amazing Cinderella. And every storyline's filmed differently. Like Cinderella's sort of this reddish film noir, and then we have Beauty and the Beast, which is this gothic romance, and then we have Sleeping Beauty, which is just sort of this kind of cool, dark, gritty thriller. That's what Paul Wesley was on Sleeping Beauty.
They kind of redid like the fairy tales and the Disney Once Upon a Time, which was like a long running show, so it's kind of different take on that storyline. But your series is like an anthology, which is like taking different fairy tales and kind of shooting them in their own storyline. And each season, I guess, is going to be different characters and different storylines. Is that something you thought about when you? I think it's based on an Argentinian.
Yes, it's based on an Argentinian series, and one of the great things about it is it's once upon a time I thought it was aimed more network. It was aimed for more family fare, and we're a little darker than that. We're much darker than that. We're a little more R-rated, and it was much more adult. And Sleeping, like for instance, Sleeping Beauty. What I love about it is Cinderella is all about transformation. You know, it's all about how she changes and she blossoms. And as you're watching the show, and it's 10 episodes, halfway through you're like, wait a second, is she really Cinderella? It might be him. Who's really in need of changing? because he's going to have to change if he's going to get one, you know. And so, and then they both end up changing each other, and you know, so it's one of the sort of so we take the theme of transformation, which I think was so which resonates with everyone, and then you know, and with Beauty and the Beast, it's all about life always hits there's not a person alive that doesn't have life hit him in the face. And how do you stand up and rise up and redefine yourself? And how do you create a next, when no one's writing your story, you have to write it yourself. What's the next chapter? And how this one character rises up and she stares her fate in the face and she says, no, I'm going to do this. And we watch a determined young woman, figure it all out. And that's what I like about it. She can sing her butt off. She does all of her own singing, and we shot a music video, and
that's
she's
awesome.
amazing.
Really good.
Yeah. Hey, talking about you. And there's her bow. His bow in French means beauty. He plays the bow.
No, it's exciting. I'm excited for this.
It's good. We kind of do like My Bodyguard version of Beauty and the Beast, where he's hired to protect. He's part of her security detail, and they have an unlikely friendship that turns into something more. It's cool. They're really good. They have great chemistry together.
How is it like working with for so many?
He's mean and he's rude and he hits me and I do whatever he says or he'll hit me. And that's Karen.
Thanks so much, everyone.
Thank you.
It's awesome. He's like family. I mean, I've known him for so long, and Danielle too. They're all just my family now.
Aww.
So it's I either have to work with them or have them over for dinner.